What's going on, y'all? It's Lodge Locks, and today we got another prize picks video for you guys. In today's video, we are going to be giving you guys two NBA player props I love on the board for this Tuesday, May 21st NBA playoff matchups. It is a one-game slate, Boston Celtics versus the Indiana Pacers, so we're going to be giving you guys a player from each side of the ball, along with a player of the day, so two in total. Before we get those, make sure to drop a like and subscribe with those post notifications turned on. It would just mean the word of me. Been grinding for you guys every day, trying to give you guys the best content, the best values, the best breakdowns that I could find on this prize picks board that you guys could use that's best in your own interest. So if you guys are new to this channel and are a fan of prize picks and the NBA, this is a perfect channel for you guys. Again, there's over 50% of you guys who are watching this video right now who are not subscribed. So again, if you guys are a fan of prize picks, this is a perfect channel for you guys. Throughout the whole NBA playoffs, I'll be uploading every single day for every time we got an NBA playoff game. So again, if you guys are a fan of the NBA and just love watching it and are looking for some free picks, this is a perfect channel. So with that being said, we're going to hop right into the picks for today's video. With our player of the day that we're rocking with is we're going to be looking at Obi Toppin over his points. Now this line is really low at 7.5. Typically in this whole series against the Knicks it was like 9.5, 8.5-ish. Now this is the lowest that we have it. Obviously that he only had a 3-point game right here, so it's going to be really low with the just recency that he had. But this game was pretty much a blowout. As you guys can see, 21-point game, only 15 minutes played, got subbed out early because, again, it was a blowout type of situation, so they didn't play those full minutes. But so far in the playoffs, if we look at from the Milwaukee series to the New York series, he's been averaging around 20 minutes a game. So, again, pretty good value with this line only being at 7.5. If we look at the shots attempted that he's been receiving recently, he's been taking a decent amount of shots. As you guys can see, 9, 7, 15, 7, 10, 4. The least amount he's taken is 4, and obviously those two games he did not hit. But typically whenever he has those 4-point games, he'll bounce back and have like another high attempted game, like 11 right here as we saw. So again, I just feel like the ceiling's super high. Again, with the average of 8 shot attempts a game and his line only being 7.5, he only needs 8 points. Really like a bucket a quarter. So again, should be a really easy line for him in his last 20 games. As you guys can see, in his last 10 games so far in the playoffs, every time he goes under this line, he typically bounces back right the next game. So again, he hasn't gone 2 straight so far in these playoffs. Just going under this line, 7.5 line. So again, same value right there. If we look at Boston defensively, obviously there's nothing really there because they're just pretty solid against every position. So that power forward position that Obi Toppin plays, they give around 21.7 points a game to that opposing position. Again, his line is only 7.5. I expect this one to get bumped up to like 8. So if I were you guys, I'd go hop in this one. Not really worried about the shot attempts, the recency. And if we look at his last couple games against these guys, his last 5 games straight against this Boston team, he has gone over this line every single time, and he's been taking shots against these guys. 6, 8, 8, 5, and 11 shot attempts in all their games. In his most recent games, he's averaging more shot attempts than he's even been averaging in their last couple head-to-heads, their last 5 head-to-heads, which again is a super high ceiling for us to hit. His minutes are basically the same thing, averaging like 20 minutes a game, and then his shots are also like the same. He has seen an increase in his most recent 10 games compared to these last 5 against these guys. So again, just a really high ceiling right here. He's covered in his last 5 straight ever since beginning or end of 2023 season. So again, super value line right here. And if we look at the other sports books, they have insane value on him as well. If we look at DraftKings -125, ESPN Bet -130, BetMGM -135. Again, just pretty good value throughout the whole board. I know the other ones that we typically like to look at, Caesars, they ain't even on here yet. So again, insane value right there, and we're gonna be rocking with this guy for the player of the day. Not really much else to say on this pick, but this is the guy that we're rocking with on the Indiana Pacers end of the ball, Obi Toppin, over that 7.5 points. He's been crucial coming off this bench and just really been doing his thing against these guys in the past. He's proven himself that he could give these guys buckets, and I expect him to do his thing again, which he's been doing pretty much all of the NBA playoffs so far. So pretty good value right there, and this is my player of the day. So if you guys can take anything from this video, I'll recommend the player of the day. We've been pretty hot with those recently, all of March. On the picks we gave you guys with just college basketball alone, our player of the days went like 16 out of 18, I believe, just with the whole March Madness tournament and conference tournament play. So again, this is the play I recommend from you guys, or for you guys. It is also Taco Tuesday. So again, if you guys want to pair a taco with anything, I would recommend Obi Toppin over that 7.5 points with a taco of your guys' choice. If you guys see any tacos that you guys like, me personally, I'm going to stay away from those tacos. There's just been like a lot of scams recently, just not really having crazy value compared to like the normal props and everything. So If you guys see one though, I'd recommend Obi Toppin to pair with that on the Taco Tuesday. So, but with me personally, I'm just gonna be rocking the 2-man like we typically do on the channel, and we're gonna be pairing with a unusual play. Another 3-pointers play. Now, I know this line does not look good at all. As you guys can see, he's only gone over 1 game in his last 10 so far in the playoffs. But this Miami team has been solid against just a lot of these games were blessed, though, so obviously we can't like determine nothing right there in this Miami series. Even this Cleveland series, there was a decent amount of blowouts. I believe half of the games were blowouts, as you guys can see. 20 points right here. This one was like around another 20. Or not 10, 20. These last two were closer, but these like first couple of games were really just kind of blowout games. As you guys can see, 32 minutes, 34 minutes, 37 minutes when he typically averages like the 43 or 44, like one of the nice, close, high-scoring games. But I believe this should be another game where Jayson Tatum bounces back, especially against this Indiana Pacers team. They've been going against guys with a lot of injuries throughout the playoffs, as you guys could tell. Donovan Mitchell was injured against this Cleveland team. Miami, they'd even have Jimmy Butler, but they're going against this healthy Indiana Pacers team, and they are one of the highest paces team throughout this whole NBA season. They just love to run up and down the court. So again, there should be a lot of opportunities for Tatum to just get open on those 3-point attempts, and he's been taking those shots, even though he hasn't been hitting. If we look at his 3-point attempts in his last couple games, especially recently, he's seen an uptick 8, 8, and 7 in his last 3 games. So he's been airing out that ball and just getting those opportunities. So he just has to knock them down. But what I really like is in his last recent matchups against this Indiana Pacers team, as you guys can see, ever since 2022, in his last 7 head-to-head matchups, he's gone over it 6 out of 7 times, so 86% of the time against this Indiana team. He's gone over this line every single time, so do not let PrizePicks fool you with this whole 2.5 line. Obviously, it's going to look bad because all the reds right there. But it's all about a matchup game with this whole PrizePicks and the player props. As you guys can see, he's just really been really consistent against this Indiana team, knocking down those threes. And he gets up his shots against these guys. As you guys can see, ever since 2022, 11, 12, 9, 5, 8, 13, and 9. And he's been shooting super consistent, 41% on the shooting the 3 ball against these guys, which is insane value. Now, if we look at Indiana defensively, obviously they're ranked pretty good overall and giving up 3-pointers. But their weakest at small forward position, giving around 2.3 a game, which Jayson Tatum plays. Obviously, is still pretty low value with them being good defensively against them. But he has proven in the past matchups just to go crazy against these guys and really knock down those threes. I know he's been in a slump recently, but he's still been seeing those shot attempts, and recently he's just seen an increase, averaging around 8 shot attempts a game in his last 3 games. So again, if he just tends to continue taking those shots, I expect him to hit this line easily. Again, just with the pace of the game, everything going over there in Boston, just trying to set the tone of this game. It should be a nice, high-scoring, close game. Indiana typically doesn't really play like the best defense. They tend to get in high-scoring games, as you guys can see in their most recent matchups. Last game, it was 124 to 129. This game, 118 to 101. This game, 112, 122, 104, 155. 120, 95. So obviously Boston does well just scoring against these guys. And again, another popular line, if you guys aren't really confident in this 2.5 3-pointers line, then I would recommend the just whole points overall for Tatum. He's covered this line in majority of his games against these guys. I believe it's like 6 out of 10 or 6 out of 7 in their recent head-to-heads. It's the same thing as this, but like this one is like switched with one of these games right here or something. So again, if he's gonna score his points, if he's going to score his points line, which is popular in PrizePicks right now, I can almost guarantee that he's going to knock down 2.5 3-pointers. So that 30, I think it's like 29.5 or something for his points line. So again, if he's going to hit that line, he should really just be able to knock down these shots for us, and I feel like there's just better value overall. If we look at other sportsbooks value on this play, now, FanDuel, I don't think I've ever seen a FanDuel prop that has him at player at minus 170. FanDuel is typically one of those sports books that is just really strict on their lines, and they have this guy at minus 170, which is something I have literally never seen on this outlier tool that I use for my channel. So again, minus 170 is insane value. DraftKings minus 122, ESPN Bet minus 125, and then Caesars is minus 160. This is the guy that we typically look at in our videos, and typically our play of the days are usually minus 160 or anything higher. So again, insane value on that as well. So with these two just having those insane values, I expect this one to get taken down Even if anything, I probably won't though, since this is 3 pointers line. It's typically like a points or anything like one of those like main statistics on the board. So hopefully this one doesn't get taken down and you guys can get it this one. If not, if you guys aren't confident in this play, then I recommend the points line, but I just feel like there's a little more edge on the whole 3 pointers and for Jayson Tatum. So these are my 2 picks I'm rocking with on the day. Tatum over that. Tatum, 2.5 3-pointers made. These are my 2 picks I'm rocking with on the day. Again, our player of the day, Obi Toppin, 7.5 points. And then we're going to go be pairing him with on the other side of the ball with Jayson Tatum over that 2.5 3-pointers made as our other guy for the Boston Celtics. So this is my little 2-man that I'm running with our 1-game slate on the NBA playoffs, Indiana Pacers versus Boston Celtics. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. And again, please drop a like and subscribe to this. Post notifications turned on. If you guys are a fan, again, I'm going to be uploading every single day that we got a NBA playoff matchup. So again, if you guys want to stay tuned with the channel, even just come here for the player of the days, make sure this post notifications are turned on down below to get notified whenever these videos go out and not miss a bump or anything. I believe we've gone like 2 weeks straight with one player at least getting bumped up or even taken down. So if I were you guys, I'd turn on those post notifications to get notified, get the best value, get the best picks, the best breakdowns overall that I can find on this price picks board for you guys. But with that being said, that is pretty much all I got for today's video. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and let's eat today.